I'm very addicted to this game, I think, at the moment. Well, actually, I don't know if I don't know if addicted is the right word, but I'm definitely kind of in the spurt of creativity, which is always something that you should harness when you get it, because you never know if it's going to come again, kind of thing. So at the end of last stream, we kind of, actually, all the way through the stream, should we just go and have a look and see what we did last stream? So we did a lot. I am a little bit worried about one of the things that we did last stream, because I know kind of in the moment, I was like, oh yeah, that looks good now. But I'm not sure whether it's going to look good or not. But basically, what we did, we started on working on the terraforming by the back of the beekeeper's hut. So I've kind of like terraformed all of that last stream. And we also made a tree, and it doesn't look terrible. It's not as good as I was hoping it would be. This is what I was really scared of having a look at today, because I think I kind of like did it, and then I'm not 100% keen on it. I don't know. But I can't quite figure out what the problem is. Maybe there's not enough green on it, not enough branches. I mean, there's definitely a space here for a small branch kind of thing sticking out. And I also think that this branch that I've kind of got going on there sticks out a little bit too much. Maybe. And there's a lot of dead space to the tree. It looks very barren and bare. You can see too much of the trunk. So we might have a look at... That's why I uninstall it. Creativity building games get me every time. Yeah. Yeah, again, there's just, like, you can see too much of the trunk from here, I think. I mean, it looks fine. It's not as good as that one. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think we need to, like, add in a few more branches? I think birch trees should have more leaves. Maybe it's just lonely. It could be lonely. Well, the reason why... so we tried doing lots of leaves on this birch tree cheering, and the reason why I didn't like it was because it was kind of obscuring the birch. Because, yes, birch trees do have quite a lot of leaves, but they're thin leaves, right? Like, they're thin branches that stick out in, like, all sorts of places, and you can see that good birch all the way up. So, even though, realistically, you would have leaves kind of everywhere on the birch tree, you don't there. And I'm also kind of thinking... I'm a little bit worried by the shape of this as well. I think maybe another branch here would work well. Maybe we need to, like, kind of bowl curve it a little bit more. And then, yeah, some more leaves. I think more leaves. I think you're right. I think some more leaves. I was a little bit worried about this. To see what... Because I did say, like, last stream, oh yeah, this is finished and stuff. But I've kind of gone away, and I was a little bit worried this morning... to know, like, to kind of see if I could figure out what was wrong, because I knew there wasn't something right. So let's add another branch on in the middle there. I'll tell you what, we won't bring it out too far. We will, we'll just have it so it masks that bark in the middle, because I think that's the problem, right? Oh, I hate scaffolding. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to bring a little bit of a small branch from here. And then add, like, a small branch. And I think adding small branches is kind of maybe the way to go. There he goes, not even 5 minutes in and he's been mean to scaffolding. I hate scaffolding, dude. Ooh, yeah, I know. I'll try and do better. There we go. So maybe that's what it needs. It just needs those little pieces here, there, and everywhere, and that's made a lot of difference already. Do you know what I mean? Like, just, that's what we need. We need little branches here, there, and everywhere, and that will just make the whole thing a little bit better. Now, on this side, that part sticks out a little bit too much, so maybe I want to bring this smaller branch up a little bit more, just to iron that out, or we take all of that down and then kind of stop it, almost. And I'm kind of tempted to do like a small branch down at the bottom down here as well. Just like there. So let's... Not... Freaking annoying scaffolding, I swear to God. Alright, how do I make this go up? Like this? There we go. So weird. Do I have a hoe with me? I do. Fantastic. Tell you what, I also want to make sure that we have... Oops. A little bit of spruce going into this a little bit. There we go. So, I mean, I think that just made, like... There we go. Do you know what? I think I've done it. I think I did it. I think I solved the problem that it was having. I still think I need a branch a little bit more on this bit there. Because especially when we go around, if we walk around this way, it's very, very bare. So I think I want to take that small branch and make it a little bit more elongated. And in terms of this side, again, I think it'll be a matter of like the little branches in the middle. Okay, so let's get rid of this little branch and we're going to turn it into a big branch. Okay, see, already feeling inspired. This is a good sign. Is that a good place for the branch? You can't see it, so no, it needs to be higher. It needs to go up quicker. And now I look at it, yeah, I can see. Sometimes it's difficult close up to be able to do this sort of thing. Where is my hoe? There it is. This is actually, I'm not gonna lie, this is like a really challenging thing to get the shape of the leaves right, because you don't want them looking too kind of like square. You don't want them kind of touching the other leaves too much, because then it kind of looks like one big leaf, one big branch. So it's quite difficult to do that. Thing is, with the oak tree, you can climb it relatively easy. With the birch trees, you really can't. It's very difficult. Yeah, you see, I'm not going to be able to get it, am I? There we go. Okay, so that might be good. Maybe we still need a small bit there, but it has helped. Okay, so we still need like a small bit right in the center, right there. We'll put that. I think we can put a small branch in there. I realized we had one in originally, but... Ow. Right. Where is it? I don't even remember where. I think there. What do I have above my head? There we go. We'll try that. Little bits at a time. There we go. I wanted it down here actually, didn't I? But I don't think that would work. Could have a small... It definitely looks better now. It definitely looks better. Still a little bit. You know what? I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to get rid of this branch and rebuild it because it's not right. And I keep looking at it, and it's like it sticks out like a sore thumb, and I'm just like, and I hate it, but. Right, there we go. Committing to it now. It's so easy to rip these down, but it takes ages to build them. That's why I was like, I don't want to do this, but I'm gonna have to. takes so long to put these together, and I can tell it's going to look weird as well now I've done that, because I've tried to like fix it with the other leaves, the other branches. So now this branch is just not going to look good, but it's fine. This is when we have a creeper like come in from behind. Oh, that's gross. Oh my goodness, the scaffolding! Why is it so? Why do they make scaffolding so difficult to kind of like walk around? There we go. Apart from the fact that all of this is like one level now, so. Is that looking better? Yeah, there we go. It's a little bit more of a tempered shape. It drops down more rather than sticks out. That looks a lot better. That solved a lot of my problems just by changing that branch. Just by pruning the branch a little bit. Makes a lot of problems go away. Still a little bit bare in the middle there, but there's not much I can really do, I don't think, that can stop that. Other than like completely changing stuff, which I guess that's exactly what I've been doing. There's a zombie. It looks good from this angle. So I want it to look bad from this angle, I think, but I still am gonna put in just a small little there. Tiny little bit, but you know. Something nice just keeps it close to the brand to the what's it, as well as keeping it far away. And I do I'm gonna do it. This goes against everything I know about tree building, but I'm doing it. Bobb, how's it going, my dude? Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Master Llama, welcome in. What have you been streaming, Bob? Hey Snippy, how's it going? Welcome in. Hey Kay. That was a nice little raid. Nice to meet you all. Nice to meet you all. What were you streaming, Bob? Oh, now my alerts are going off. So, what were you streaming, my dude? How's everyone doing today? So at the moment I'm trying to fix a custom birch tree that we built last stream. Kind of trying to make it look similar to this, but it needs to be unique, and I think we've done it. Excellent. So next couple of steps that I want to do, I want to bring all of this sort of a terrain. So all these like little bushes and wildflowery stuff, and I want to bring it, maybe not in this bit down here, I've got plans for this, but I want to add it around the bottom of this. I was playing one of our SMP servers, Vault Hunters, today. Nice. Is that similar to Iskal's Vault Hunters, or is that something unique? So this is a single player save. I've been going on this for a couple of years. Since 1.18 came out. So I think about a year and a half ago when we started this. Basically the idea is, I mean, bear in mind I don't play it that often. The idea is that I'm creating a village in this valley down here, and ignoring this area here, because at the moment that's kind of like a tree farm. Basically the idea is that there is a general road that goes off in this direction through this valley at the base of these two kind of that mountain range and mountains. And inside the village is like kind of a medieval settlement, which is all well and good, but there's actually something a little bit more sickening and gross going on within this village, in terms of what any travelers coming by consider magic. But actually the keepers of the village have these secret passageways that all connect up to the farms underneath, which is like an underground network of farms and things like that, which I haven't been building. But that's the idea. Now, that's the concept of the story of the village. At the moment, the village has 2 buildings. And the farms consist of like a sugarcane farm and like cow farm and things like that, you know. You know what I mean? Like, so the law's there, but I just need to actually build it. And yeah. That's some cool lore. Yeah, I like to play... I like to play Minecraft with a little bit of a lore, I guess. Makes it a little bit more interesting. It gives you a little bit more of a story to tell. So, on the last couple of streams, we've been designing this overhang on the mountain. Originally, this mountain kind of like had a gentle slope that came up to the base of this house here. So I kind of pushed all of that back to give us a little bit of room behind the house to put in what is going to be a bee farm, right? Not a bee farm, it's just going to be a nice little beekeeper's cottage with small hives and things like that. Inside the beekeeper's cottage, so inside here, he's got a secret passageway which leads down to his own personalized bee farm. And all of the different passageways, they all link up into like loads of different caves and things like that. So I'm going to have like an automated bee farm in here, pretty much producing anything that I want from it. And obviously like we've got all these like super secret redstone contraption, ridiculous ways of getting in and out of the caves. Why? Because I like the idea of doing redstone hidden doorways. that was kind of the reason why I wanted to do that, but I thought there was a little bit of a lore there. That's my entire existence. I get into my lore and then get lazy and don't build it. Yeah. Well, okay, so the reason why we've not made that much progress around here in the last year and a half is because I actually work quite a lot and we don't spend too much time on here. And then when I do spend time on here, I'm usually quite fatigued from work. So I generally, you know, just mess around and chat too much. People add lore to their games. Yeah, me too. We've got, at the moment, we've got a playthrough, because I don't just play Minecraft, I play other games as well. And a lot of them are kind of like story-based, lore-driven at the moment. So, I play RimWorld, and the lore behind the RimWorld save is that there are 2 peaceful colonists that have fallen from space on this, war-ridden RimWorld, and they want to get off the world as quickly as, well, not as quickly as possible. They want to get off the world, but before they do, they want to leave peace in their wake. So they are designing genomes and to kind of spread a germ of peace across the land. Basically, I'm gonna enforce any prisoner to be peaceful and then release them into the wild, kind of thing, and kind of make peace with all the factions that I can get peace with. So that's RimWorld. If you guys know what RimWorld is, it's very difficult to play peacefully in RimWorld. Do you mind if I ask what I do? No, I don't mind. I work in a donor center in the UK. So basically, I take blood from donors who want to donate their blood to, for other people. That's kind of what I do. But it's quite a taxing thing. It's long hours, and I have a lot of travel that I've got to do as well. So. It can mean that for long periods of time I'm quite tired. Right. Something that I need is a way of producing moss for this area, because I think I'm on my last moss block and I don't really want to just bone meal the moss into the dirt. I prefer a moss farm. So I think before we... Well, I'll tell you what we could do. I can still put down the leaves and the bushes and the mangrove roots there, and we can also put down some of the boulders that we can in this area. But I just can't moss up the place until after I've got the moss. So yeah, that's what I do, Master Llama. It's pretty cool. We've been playing on one of wait, I've read that. It's the same Vault Hunters game that Iskal's built, but just on a server. Interesting, cool. That's pretty fun. I haven't seen much of Iskal's Vault Hunters. I was aware that he was kind of like designing. I was aware that he was designing Vault Hunters. I know that's kind of like what he's quite good at, but I've never actually played it. I tend to play vanilla Minecraft. I tend to play mostly vanilla games as a rule. I kind of do, but that's not always true, because with RimWorld, for instance, I definitely play modded RimWorld, but that's only when it's good for the story of the save. Other things that we play on the stream, we do Dungeons and Dragons, of which I'm the Dungeon Master. I have a map right there for the next Dungeons and Dragons stream, which I've designed and built. It sounds pretty neat, minus the long hours. To be honest, it's not the hours that are the problem, it's the fact that you're kind of like on your feet a lot. So, yeah. You're on your feet a lot, but you do get to meet a lot of nice people, and it is really cool. I really want to get into D&D. Sounds really cool when people talk about it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is pretty cool. For me, D&D is less about the game that you like, because there is game mechanics behind it, as with any game, right? For me, the game mechanics are less important. It's more about telling a story. So yeah. So I mean, if you kind of like take that into consideration, it's quite easy to get into if you care more about like just storytelling and goofing around and being in character, that sort of thing. It's dead easy to get into. You just have, you can find like a bunch of groups and stuff online, and just try a few things out here, there, and everywhere. It's the difficult thing with D&D is when you find people that only purely want to kind of play the game rather than tell a story. So it all depends what you want to do. It's kind of like, well, it's a sandbox game, right? Like, it's like Minecraft. You can kind of do anything you want to do with Dungeons and Dragons. There's not really an end goal. I mean, you can play modules and stuff from Dungeons and Dragons that are all wrote by Wizard and Coast, but if you have an open world kind of game, you do what you want to do, you know. I also like Warhammer. Heard of it? Yeah, I've heard of it. There's a Warhammer distributor of like all the little figures in Nottingham, which is where I'm based. I love D&D. My bud and I are making a campaign right now, actually. There you go. I mean, yeah, I mean, for me, like, a lot of what our D&D campaign is, I put a lot of time and effort into the production side of it, because for me, when I'm streaming it, it's kind of like more of a TV show. However, at the base root of it, it's just me and my mates having fun, right? Like, that's what you've got to kind of, like, remember with that sort of a thing. It's just have fun. Which is actually a lot easier saying it than what it is doing it, I think. Okay, I'm gonna put another boulder up. I think I'm gonna put it like out here. We'll put it at the base of the tree. We'll put it kind of like in this area. Then maybe if we've got room, another boulder here. I'm just gonna kind of do what we did last time and just kind of eyeball where I want the boulder to be. I don't want it to be too big, so this footprint is probably going to change. Diagonal boulder. Yeah, I like that footprint. That's quite an interesting shape. Okay, let's go and get all the materials, actually. So I start with tough mossy cobblestone. We don't have very much mossy cobblestone left. Oh no, we do. We got loads. We got some here as well. That's all right. Got some vines as well, so I can always change some of the cobblestone into mossy cobblestone. Stone gravel. We don't have much gravel left? Question mark. Yeah, we don't have much gravel left. Okay. Well, we don't use too much gravel anyway, so it should be alright. I think with D&D, I would get too attached to your character to die in like 2 seconds. Well, I mean, so that's... Yeah, so, with you, like, for me, I do get attached to the characters, but I'm also open to the idea of them, like, not making it, right? Like, that's always a possibility. But, I mean, if you get into a world where, get into a game with, like, a good DM, like, if all the players kind of want the same thing that you want out of the game, then I'm sure you could, like, come up with an arrangement when it comes to, like, death saving throws or that sort of thing. It's like, oh, hey, like, okay, we're not going to play it, you know, it's kind of like more like a video game, so you respawn somewhere, or you could do that sort of thing with it. I'm sure there's ways of doing that. So I just want this to feel as organic as possible. I kind of don't want this tough to go up that high, actually. Okay, so let's start putting in some gravel in places. I imagine death is an honorable thing for the realm we're playing in. It makes it easier for me to let go. Absolutely, yeah. I'll be honest, I don't think I've ever been part of a campaign where I've lost a character personally, like as a player. However, I'm quite tough with my I don't play it easy. I mean, one of my friends who we don't play with, like, he makes semi-regular appearances, Buzz. He's been playing Dungeons and Dragons since Dungeons and Dragons like 1.0 kind of thing, right? So he's been playing since the 70s, and he was part of like the campaign that I did on stream. Like he played a substitute character at some point, like just to help me out, so I didn't have like 500 million characters to play. And I made him make a death saving throw, and he's like, how do I do that? He'd never ever done a death saving throw, like, in his whole the whole time that he's played Dungeons and Dragons, right? Like, this is from like the early 70s and stuff like that. It's like, how have you not made a death saving throw? It's like, well, the DMs that I play with tend to err on the side of caution, kind of thing, you know, like, and we're all aware that, you know, it's a game, you know, we get attached to the characters, and even the DM gets attached to the characters, so we don't lose them. And I like, kind of my response to that is, well, that's fine, but then you're just kind of like playing a kind of like a kind of a fantasy thing. And he's like, yeah, that's what Dungeons and Dragons is. It's like, oh, okay, interesting. Because for me, it's more of a story building kind of character growth and that sort of stuff. Like, you learn from your mistakes as a player, as all sorts, right? I don't know. So yeah, it was quite interesting. It's like playing in creative. Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, it's just a different way of playing the game, you see? So yeah, I'm sure if you found the right players, people would do that with you. Mysterious foot appears from the heavens and revives you. Well, do you know with the Tales of Mercia, my characters, my players, they all died like on session 2. I did a total party wipe, session 2. So they all died, but there was a little bit of trickery afoot with that one. Something's not right with this. I can't quite figure it out. I think it's the lack of moss. I think that's the problem. And it might be a little bit too big, maybe. It looks good from like back here, but I think it is. I think it's a little bit too big. That will look better once you've got like the mossy grass area around it. Let's bone meal the ground. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna put the moss down and we're gonna bone meal it. No, we're not, because I want to use that as a source block. So let's put this grass down and we'll kind of like see how that makes the area look. Obviously without the flowers, but for the time being. Well, actually, I might keep the flowers in, right? Because this is all supposed to be part of... I'm going to have like a bee hive up there at some point, and then it's almost as though some of the bees have escaped and created their own little hive. Like little details like that. Actually, the long grass makes this so much nicer. So yeah, I will keep the flowers here, because we'll need the wildflowers for those bees. Okay, I like that. Instead of putting another boulder here, I'm going to put one of those bushes. So let's go and get one of the bushes. But it is like Dungeons and Dragons, as with any game, kind of creative styled. Do I have none? No? Do I have no roots left? Oh, I do. I've got some mangrove roots here. Okay, cool. Dungeons and Dragons, as the same with like Minecraft or anything like creative, it's all depends on how do you want to play it. It's all up to the players, right? Like, it's not, it doesn't matter how you play as long as you're having fun. So, you know, If some people get fun out of min-maxing character builds and things like that, then do it. Go for it. Personally, I don't. But there's nothing wrong with it, you know. How's that looking? Can't quite see it, but that's okay. That's fine. Yeah, it just adds a little bit of green. Fantastic. It's acting the same as those, really. That's kind of what it's doing. I think I'm going to put another one right here as well. So let's do another one here. But yeah, I like role-playing. Honestly, I like role-play games. I always have. Something else we used to play a lot of on stream was GTA roleplay. So we did a lot of that. I tend not to do that as much anymore because basically my main reason is that it's just like too much out of character drama that goes on. That's not what I'm interested in. So that's something else you do. That's something that you do have to kind of watch with role-playing stuff. If you're playing with people that you don't know, some people do like to get quite serious with it. You know, it's all a matter of like playing well together rather than on your own, if that makes sense. So I don't know what I'm trying to say. It made sense in my head. It doesn't make sense out loud. Do you know what I'm gonna add that there and this. I think I understand. Yeah, I'm glad you do, because I'm not sure I did. Okay, there we go. That tree definitely looks a lot better now. What will make this whole area though is the moss. So we need to I need to figure out a moss farm. I should have googled one. Is either that or we could design one ourselves. I'm just not sure how it would work. Because you would need, for a moss farm, right? If we're going to have a fully automated moss farm, let's do a little bit of a trial, shall we? Should we have a little bit of a play? I'm in a playful sort of mood, so let's go do that. Let's do some science. We'll leave tree stuff there, stone stuff there, gravel stuff in here, iron ore. Actually, nah, we'll leave them. I don't need them. Mangrove root can go in there. I'll keep the bone meal with me. I'll keep the moss with me. Okay, let's do a little bit of an experiment. So what I'm gonna need is a lava bucket. Which we'll take from that. And I'm gonna need a water bucket, which I probably have one in storage somewhere, so let's go and have a look. Water bucket? No? No. Nothing. I've got another lava bucket, though. I've got 2 normal buckets. Okay, let's go and make a water bucket, and then we can create a water source. Hey, my fish are still alive, so that's good. Wasn't sure whether they would survive. Okay, let's go and have a little bit of a play. Do I have my redstone with me? I guess we can do it over here because this is a bit of a messy area at the moment. I want to do it away from trees though because it's going to involve lava. Let's maybe try this space. Okay, so... So I'd put a... Is it lava that needs to flow onto? Yeah, lava needs to flow on top. Okay. So lava needs to flow on top of water to create stone. The other way around it creates obsidian, which I don't want. Okay. So my next question. Can you waterlog a piston? I don't think you can. I know the answer to this, but I want to see if I can. Because then you could waterlog the piston pushes the water out, you can have a lava block above it, and the piston can push the lava out into a central block. Meanwhile, there's like a piece of moss here that gets bone meal, turns all of this into whatever. Underneath you can have like a water source that flows. Maybe we could use that same water source to create the stone. That might be easier, but then I don't know how I'm gonna push. So what do we need? We need a central piece of moss. You need a dispenser that dispenses bone meal onto the moss, or a dropper. No, it should be a dispenser. Dispenses bone meal onto the moss, which then spreads the moss into the stone. Then you've got a stone generator. It's got to be stone. It can't be cobblestone, because I don't think moss blocks... moss will spread over cobblestone. Actually, does it? I don't think it does. We're going to go and try it. I don't think it does. I think it leaves cobblestone. So if I bone meal, yeah, leaves the cobblestone. So it can't be cobblestone, it's got to be stone. Just going to take all of this moss real quick. I really like that tree now. I think I've saved it today. We also need to put in lighting down here to get rid of the torches at some point. I'm aware of it. Like that sort of a lighting. How far is the spread of moss and bone meal? How many blocks? Should we Google that? I think we should Google that one. Seven by 11 by 7 volume. Interesting. Well, I can't do a volume though. But basically it's 7 by 7. Okay. 7 by 11 maybe. So we can do something 7 by 7 wide and it should be good. So I'm thinking piston pushing the stone and then how far can a piston push stone? That's the next thing I want to try and figure out. 7 blocks, I think? So it could be 7 by 7. I do want this thing to be, like, tileable as well. I tend not to like doing redstone on stream. Because I tend to do it wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it's 7, right? Yeah, it can push 7, it can't push 8. Oh no, it can push 8. It can push 9. It can push 10. 11. 12. Okay, so it's 11. So that's quite a cool little potential there. I mean, if we've got a moss block in the middle, we can do quite a wide area here, can't we? Okay. I'm going to come up with a little template here without the redstone signals and stuff. Redstone scares you? Yeah, it scares me. It scares me on stream. When I'm off stream, I'm usually okay. I'm not amazing at redstone, but I can kind of get by. So I want some stone blocks here. We're just going to do it with the stone first. And then I will design a way of turning the water into stone, if that makes sense. Oh, wait, no, I know how we can turn this water into stone without it being a problem. This is not going to go well, I can feel it. I can feel it! That was a crit. Die. I really, really need looting. Looking for a good, like, place to start the idea of this. I don't really have a flat ground anymore because we've kind of terraformed so much around here. I guess here. I guess we'll do it here. Okay, so this is my idea. This is my idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll only do it 5 wide for the time being, but we might be able to, like, increase the yield on this. None of this is allowed to be, actually, just so that I don't break it. Let's make that cobblestone. Because that will never change, right? Or we could turn that into wool, actually. Okay, so that's actually as far out as we can go. So we've gone 12 out. And then on this side, we're going to have a lava block. How am I feeling, Kath? I'm feeling loads better, thanks. Well, I'm still not like 100%, but yeah. Oh, is that seriously as far as lava will flow? Five tier 5 sub. Oh, Kath, you're far too kind. You need to stop doing that. Oh, I didn't go off though. My alerts have broken. 5 community sub gifts. Or maybe there isn't an alert for that, and it just, whoever received that needs to, like, I don't see the list who got them. Me neither. Oh, there we go. Animal. There we go. That took a minute to come through. Animal Cyan, Cheering, Mr. Prof, and RM20. There you go. You got some subs. Thank you very much, Kath. You did not need to do that. That was far too kind. Thank you. So this is a little bit disappointing because I was under the impression that lava would flow further. It only flows 3 blocks. Well, I guess actually it doesn't matter, does it? Now please stop bothering me. In the overworld. In the overworld it's lower than in, okay, in the nether. Okay, that makes sense. Something to pass eternity with, I suppose. I might be able to, like I said, I might be able to make this, like, semi-tileable, maybe. Here, let's put that there for the time being. Okay, so the last thing I want is that one to get covered, so we're gonna put that block there. And then it should... Yeah, I'm an idiot. Where is your washing machine located? What? Do you have a washing machine? Oh, yeah, I do. Do you mean real life? I thought you meant in Minecraft. I was like, what are you on about? The way you wash your clothes. It's in my kitchen, but I feel like I'm not the best of people to ask where my washing machine is, because I've only got 4 rooms in my house, so... It is in my kitchen. I have 4 rooms. I have my study that I'm in now, I have my bedroom, I have my living room, and I have my kitchen. That's it. And then a stairway and a bathroom, obviously, but they don't count. The bathroom's barely small enough to fit an actual bath. Like I only live in a small house, Kath. And I have a washer dryer, so my washing machine is also my dryer. Sounds like most of the world, except of North America, have them in the kitchen. It depends where you are in the UK. Most houses in the UK have them in the kitchen, but you also have like outhouses and stuff that would have dryers. I know a lot of people that have like washer dryers in their garage in the UK. Or if you like live in a farm area, they might have like an outhouse dedicated to it. It all depends. It depends where you live. Yours is on the 2nd floor by the bedrooms. I mean, that makes sense where it would be, I guess, because, you know, most of your clothes are going back into the bedroom anyway, right? You have yours in the toilet. There you go, cheering. You see? Usually in the UK, you're going to have it where there is also plumbing. So that's why it's in my kitchen. Because that's where the mains water supply comes into the house. Have them in the basement or by the utility rooms. Yeah, exactly, yeah. I mean, yeah, basement is not necessarily that common in the UK. You don't really have very many basements or cellars. Yeah, I think it all depends on where you live, like what sort of house you're in. But yeah, my house is small, so it has to go in the kitchen because that's where the mains water is. It comes into the house. There's no space in the bathroom for it. There's no space anywhere else, really. Anyway. Yeah. I mean, there's plumbing throughout the whole house for like the radiators, but it's not quite the same. I've only got 2 taps in the house, so one in the bathroom upstairs and one in the kitchen. I could understand bathroom. I can understand bathroom too. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, realistically, my house is designed in such a way that there really isn't any other place for it. So mine is right next to my dishwasher, which doesn't work. And like I said, mine is a washer dryer, so it's also a dryer as well as a washer. And half the times it doesn't work. Yeah, toilet is where you sit, bathroom is the correct word. So my toilet / bathroom is the same. it's one room. Where did my parents have their washing machine? I think theirs is also in the kitchen. Yeah, theirs is also in the kitchen. My sister has an outhouse garage, with like her washing machine, her dryer, So hers is in the garage. But she has a lot more land property. And the dryer doesn't actually fully dry. No, the dryer doesn't actually fully dry. Correct. For the most part, I hang dry on washing lines outside. Okay, so this is my idea. I've got a little bit of an idea. I need to build a lava ticker tape. So we are going to have observers facing I'm going to build like a small model out here just because I can. But we're going to have an observer going in that direction. Oops. Right. Then I would like some pistons. Whoops, didn't mean to waste my... what's it? So I'm only gonna go 6 wide, 7 wide. So we're only gonna go 7 wide because that's how far the water stream needs to be. We will then have a... I did want to know... I don't think you can. No, you can't. Okay. I did wonder whether you could waterlog a piston. But you can't. So then we're going to have a water source in there. And just for starters, we need to like kind of build that in that direction. No, you cannot. I didn't think you could, but you know. A piston is a full block. Yeah, I know. You can waterlog the block in front of it though, can't you? So if I wanted to waterlog this block and then extend the piston, it doesn't actually delete the water source. So you can have... yeah. That might be what I'm thinking in my head, is that you can waterlog the block next to it. Okay, so you've kind of got this going on. Then we're going to have some more cobblestone out the back. And before I put the lava in, I need to make sure that there is a redstone signal that goes... Don't need an audience. One of them runs faster than the other. That's really bizarre. Ow. Shoot him. There we go. You can move liquids with pistons. Interesting. Good to know. Didn't know that. I know water has taken on slightly different properties recently. I don't know where my scaffolding is. Okay, so we want redstone underneath here. Hold on. No, I'm an idiot. I don't need redstone under there. Oh, I need one more. Fine, we're only doing that many of this, just because I can't be bothered to get another observer. They need a rotating tool for the what? For Minecraft just in general. I can somewhat agree with that. We don't need that bit there. So I think when we update this, the pistons should push the stone out of the way, and then it should re-lavarize. Should re-stonificate, rather, as the water flows. Maybe. Just gonna build that in there so then we don't have lava going everywhere. It didn't work because I'm an idiot. I'm powering that block. I need note blocks. That's what I need. I need note blocks. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Hold on. What do you make note blocks out of? Is it just redstone and wood? Minecraft is a lot of like trial and error. Wheat? You don't need wheat for note blocks, do you? That's target blocks. Yeah, it's just wood and redstone. What am I doing wrong? Do I need to... What am I doing wrong here? Apart from the fact that I've... Can you not... destroyed two of my observers because I put lava there. Right, let's take the lava out. So that should be detecting there, which should be being detected here. Which then should be triggering that redstone block. Yeah, I've got that the wrong way around, haven't I? Should be that and then this, I think? Maybe it doesn't work the way I was thinking it does. Does the redstone signal not travel up? Okay, that's fine. We'll just do it differently. Maybe it is a target block that needs to be done there then. I don't know. Yeah, it only goes down. I know. I realized that after I was doing it. This should work though. I can't put it there because that's where the lava needs to be. Oh, how am I powering this piston? I've got to power it from here then. Okay. Of course, that was always going to happen, Womble. That was always going to happen. So we can't use observers. So then we do a redstone clock instead of using the observers, because that just creates like a feedback pulse, right? Where the water's not going to spread. Yeah, so we just need to do a redstone clock then. That's way more simpler than using observers. Ticker tape top, which then actually makes the whole thing way easier, because if we've got a clock controlling the pistons, we can have a clock controlling the dispenser as well. How do I do an etho hopper clock again? Do I even have any hoppers? I do. That way... Oh, how do I do a etho hopper clock again? We need a redstone block. Then we need this to have a comparator. That pulls out the signal. It's... I can't. My brain's not working. This is why I hate doing redstone on stream, chat. This is why. This is why my brain just stops. No, I can't do it. I can't remember how to do it, and it's really annoying me. Ah. It's really annoying me. As soon as I see it, I'll be very annoyed. I know you've got to like redstone torch something. What are you trying to do? Latching relay? Yeah, I'm trying to do like a hopper clock, right? So I've got no inventory space either. This is just horrible. I hate Minecraft at the moment with freaking inventory. It is just, it's the worst. Does legitimately make me want to never play the game. Put the hoe away, we don't need that. Doesn't help that I've got like 3 lava buckets as well. But we needed those. Okay. Clock. That's not what I want. So I definitely need the comparator out of here on both sides. I mean, having this tileable would probably be a good idea as well, to be fair. I don't think you need sticky pistons. I don't think you need sticky pistons either. I think you're right. I think it's normal pistons. No, it can't be that. It can't be that way. Alright, let me put that on here for the time being, just so that everything pools into there, and then I can I think I'll be able to think better. You need the redstone block to shut off one of the hoppers. Yes, I know. Oh, no, I'm an idiot. Yes. Because then once that's off, that turns on, right? Okay. But we need to T flip-flop. We'll get there. We'll get there. Where's my normal pistons gone? Oh, did I put them in there? I put them in there. That was dumb, wasn't it? Let's put the dark oak in there. Right, so what does this... What am I even doing with this? The cobble should be able to activate the pistons. Yeah, probably, but I want to do a T flip-flop. To make it one tile long, right? There we go. So that creates a clock. No. You're right. Didn't work because that means that the... This is why I hate doing this stuff on stream, because I absolutely suck at it when I'm trying to think. I have to, like, be completely silent. It's still not gonna work. It's still not gonna work. Has completely the opposite effect, look, because now all the stuff is locked. Oh, goodness sakes. Why can't I get this brain to work? So I do want it to be... I feel I'm almost there, but I just can't. As soon as this becomes empty, that's when this needs to fire. So how do we do that? Sorry, as soon as that becomes full, that's when this needs to fire. Out of the way. I've done loads of these before. This is what's really annoying. I know how to make this circuit, but I cannot get it to work in my head. I've done loads of these sodding things before. And it's like one simple... This is the problem with me doing redstone on stream, is the fact that I get stuck on the simplest of problems and my brain, I just can't get it to work. Why did I come over here? Oh, that's not what I'm thinking. Where's my hopper timer clock? Maybe I didn't build one in here, actually. No, I don't think I built the hopper clock in here. It's on Jim's server. Oh no, here it is. That's what I did! That's what I did! That's what I built! Why didn't it work for... Oh, dust, not... Ugh, idiot. I hate myself sometimes. It's just... It's like... Do you see what I mean? Like, that was the simplest solution. I could not, for the life of me, get that right. I do not know why. Whoops. What? Why? What? What? I don't get how it doesn't work here, but it works perfectly fine in the redstone world. What? Change the item you're pushing. Oh, wait. Sticky pistons. It was sticky pistons! It's not pushing, it's pulling the block. It's not pushing the block, it's pulling it. It was sticky pistons. I knew it was sticky pistons, Kev. Blaming that on you. There we go. Right, so now I should be able to... If I get rid of this, we should be able to do this. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. As a tileable block, right? Because it will work the same, right? So now it's a single tile, so I've got... It's stackable, so I could do several different clocks. And in order to get an input out of this, we need to take it out of the hopper, right? So as soon as it reads 0, that's when it fires the pulse into the system, and then it's just a matter of like getting the timing right. Oh, that's so annoying. I don't understand why that took me as long as it did. Okay, so that's how we fire these. Then it's just a matter of like firing them off often enough so that it pushes the... I guess you want it quite quick, right? What we could do, we could take it off this, and then the moment that this like turns off there, that will fire a pulse out, and that is what can activate the... Yeah, there you go. That's what, that pulse is what will activate the pistons. Like that, right? So every time that fires, the piston fires. And then on the other side, you can have the bone meal machine. So then you've got bone meal, piston, bone meal, piston, bone meal, piston kind of thing. Then I need a collection system. After all that, I will still need a collection system, and I think I just have like a water stream underneath and funnel it into a hopper. I just want to make sure that this will work though. So if I line this and then power those blocks, then it will work, or we could just... Oh, there's phantoms. A phantom. I missed! Damn it. Powered rails. And then from the powered rail, we just have like an observer onto a line of dust or something. Okay. See, that'll do. Right, then that I'll do it on a 3-block wide tile. I want to see if this will work. If this concept will work, and like how big we can do it. And all right, let's build this back over there. No. Uh, 8 blocks, right? Nice and simple. Is it just 6 blocks? Okay. Maybe a little bit more. Now, I think my original idea of having the lava flow from this side in is better, because then it's going to go stone, 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 then push. That's if I can find a lava bucket. Oh, that's a stone. Can't have a stone. There we go. There we go. Nice little ticker tape. Perfect. And it's pushing out at a nice consistent rate as well. It's a bridge maker! Yeah. It's going quite far. There we go. Bridge maker done! What happens when it can't push anymore? I guess nothing. Good. Okay. So, that's the idea. And then, off of this signal, or maybe off of a signal on this side, we have a... Dude. I want to find it. If I can, I will. I'm not, so I'm not actually making a stone generator, Kath, but that's a very cool idea. I like that. I like that idea. I'm not making a stone generator. Well, I am, but where's my redstone box? Do you see what I'm doing yet? This is why I need to make my... Right? Yeah? Yeah? Do you see what I did? Moss farm! Apart from all of this underneath is getting turned into moss as well, but that's fine. Yeah, moss generator. That's what I wanted. I wanted a moss generator. A little bit confused why the carpets are not getting blocked. I guess to get rid of the carpets, you would need to like also dispense water down as well, right? Not bad, eh? It's working. I need some form of collection system. Oh, it stopped. Maybe you can't do it when there's grass on the top? Yeah, aha. So we need to stop the grass from spawning on the top of there? So otherwise it's not going to work? Does that work? I guess the way to stop that is just pull a piston off of here, right? Oh, I don't have any sticky goo. This took me an embarrassing amount of time. Do I not have any slime at all? Is there any left in here? Oh, there is. There's a little bit of slime. Animal with a raid. How's it going, my dude? So I need a way of getting also that's bad. I need a way of getting rid of the carpets now. Well, I guess here we can also like hook up another dispenser that's kind of like facing down and just water plume it everywhere. Without messing up my redstone. Because that would be bad. I need a bucket of water now. I mean, it's working. It's working, right? Like, it's working. Now we just need like a collection system, and then we also need to get the bone, like we need to basically put some bone meal in this, and I want an on and an off switch. So I'll probably have like some form of item sorter. We will make sure that we get rid of all seeds ever. Oh, I'm an idiot. Of course it did. I lost some torches down here, didn't I? Yeah. Keep breaking the redstone. It's getting dangerously close to this redstone over here now. Okay, that shouldn't break the seed. Turn seeds into bone meal. That's exactly the idea. So that one, and I think that fixes the whole circuit. Did I flood it again? Where is it flooding from? Oh, it's flooding from over here, that's why. I was like, where? Where is all the water coming from? Do, 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 do. Okay, good. That's better. Doesn't seem to be pushing this anymore. That's because I broke it. I was like, for some reason the piston's not working anymore. Yeah, there's a reason for that, Womble. You almost need a double pulse water dropper. No, I like the way that at the moment the water is kind of like pulsing out like that. And we could have a collection trough here, so this wouldn't be kind of as far. And basically you would probably also do that, right? So this is the area of your farm. And then you along this edge here, you've got little collector. You could probably have it wider as well, actually. You could have it a little bit wider either side. And then you've got two collectors, and then they go into like one selection, one whole thing. Yeah, many items to a hopper, exactly. Well, multiple hoppers. I'll probably have like a auto sorting thing, so then it picks, like, say, all of the seeds, they go into bone meal. All of the... it's broken again, hasn't it? No? Like, all of the seeds go into bone meal, all, we save a lot of the moss and stuff, and then once the moss and things kind of stop, then it kind of, you know, stops. I'm pretty happy with that idea, that design. Now we just need to, like, kind of, number one, find a place for it, number two, build it properly. But I've already created more moss than I will need for this project, so that was helpful, that was useful. I mean, I've already created more moss than I need. I mean, this would be a good, just bone meal machine eventually, I think. I'll probably just turn it all into a giant bone meal machine. Because we got so much stuff from, like, 10 pieces of bone meal. Sorry, 30 pieces of bone meal, and we were able to get 2 stacks of moss, 49 pieces of carpet, some bushes. Goodness knows what else I got from that. So it's probably not, like, the most efficient farm that you can create, but it's one that, why not? Right, I'm just gonna do that, then it should... Oh no, that just breaks the whole thing, doesn't it? I bet there's no bone meal left. Yeah, so there's no bone meal left in it. So I used like 32 pieces of bone meal, and we got twice as much moss blocks out of that. Quite a lot of flowering azalea, a lot of azalea stuff. I don't know what the ratio is for this thing to create bone meal itself, but if I expand how big that farm is, we could make quite a lot of this. And potentially you could make the piston pusher tape like twice wide or something like that. I did say I wanted to, like, change bits of this where we have, like, moss at the bottom of this wall as well, so... Don't want to put too much moss into this, but there should be enough. Let's put all my redstone away. Do you know what I kind of like about this? This is actually quite an early build that you can do fairly quickly on to get bone meal. There's only one place for this ominous banner. There we go. So all of that just for like tiny little bit of moss does feel slightly excessive, but I think it was worth it. Okay, it just adds a little bit to the like to the boulder as well. Moss does take quite a lot before it turns into bone meal, so maybe it's not going to make like the best bone meal machine in the world. I don't know. I think it's still a matter of like being able to play around with it. I'm going to do this one. There we go. Changes a few of the blocks around this side. Okay, I'm pretty pleased with that. Jellycat. Looks good. Where is the source of bone meal? Because it can grow up to 3 blocks outwards. Oh yeah, I know. It's not 3 blocks outwards. It's a 7 by 11 by 7 cube volume. Sorry. Seven by 11 by 7, right? So the idea is that you would have multiple different rows of this stone, right? So this stone would also be like, so it's 1, 2. So you'd have like a stone thing that went above and below. This is your source block. And then also you would run a signal over to make sure that the other one is flushed as well. But you've got to make sure that you've got this not on. Basically, so what's this is doing, this is destroying any grass blocks that's growing on top of the moss, because if you get a grass block that grows on top of the moss, no good. If you have a block on top of the moss, no good. You need to keep that air block free. I suppose what I could do, which would be easier, instead of having that, we could just like do that, right? That should work, but yeah. Of course, need is all the moss to be replaced by stone before bone mealing again. All of the moss be replaced by stone before bone mealing again. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. For full potential usage of that, yeah, I guess so. I think you could run this at a loss. If you have that clock going, like, for the pistons to be like, I don't know, maybe you'd put like a delay in this line here and have every 4 times that clock is activated, that's when you get 1 pulse out of it. You could do that maybe. Kind of similar to how I did the cocoa farm that I had on Jim's server. There was like kind of a counter that every tick, like you waited for like a signal strength in like a hopper clock, basically. I can't remember how to do that now though. I'd have to play around with that, and that is definitely not in my creative world. That was before I built things in creative world first, so I don't have all the record of it. I kind of like did the exact same process of what I did here, right? I built it in the survival world. I built it in the survival world first, then tore the prototype down, which is what I'll do with that. I'll tear it down, and then I'll rebuild it and redecorate it elsewhere in the cave. But anyway, I think I've done a good job of kind of decorating this area now. I would say the backdrop is done. So the backdrop to the bee farm is done, so now the next step is going to be focusing on the bee farm itself. And now because I've got like quite a good number of mossy blocks, I should be able to do that relatively quickly. I've also got the moss carpet, so we can start putting in lighting down on the floor too. And we can also make some more mossy cobblestone with the moss blocks, I think, right? Yes. So either way, I'm pretty pleased with the progress I've made. I will have to figure out like a small little place for a moss farm in my cave somewhere. I think it would be like, I don't know whether it would have its own dedicated space, so maybe somewhere between the bee farm and the main cave, right? So somewhere maybe in here, like maybe a little segment cut out from the stone in this sort of area. So I think that's where it would go. And I think what I'm going to do before I actually build this in survival is I'm actually going to place out fully. So this is where the bee farm's going to be. Although I might bring it lower down. Like I might like build it down under there instead. This is where the bee farm's going to be, and then just the general storage will be up here. But yeah, basically I've done what I did with the bee farm. I've kind of like built a template for it in the overworld, and then we'll build it underground. I've got a lot of farms to build, so maybe that's the thing that we do next. I do also have to put my 2 brain cells in gear and design some form of a bedroom up here and an entranceway for this room. So the next couple of streams we've got a couple of ideas of what we could be doing in the Minecraft save. So obviously, if I wanted to continue terraforming, we could continue terraforming this entire area, turn the beekeeper's cottage. So I want a stark difference. So this is all wildflowers, wild growth. It's very overgrown kind of thing. The beekeeper's cottage, I want to be more controlled, kind of like the farm in here, right? It looks a little bit more controlled, a little bit more precise. It does have a little bit of wildflower growth on it. Like there is still like some mossy stuff, but like this is like way out of control. That's the idea. This area is like out of control. There's bushes, there's all sorts everywhere, which would then lead it into a cave under here. And I think I'm gonna have some form of piston door that will be extended here. Probably something dead simple. So nothing too complicated. Just something nice and easy and simple. Maybe even like here, like just remove these 2 blocks back and then it enters a passageway. Something dead simple. You know what I mean? Something dead simple. And we just like have a secret hidden passageway just in this corner here. Oh yeah, these 2 blocks go in that way and then you can like kind of walk down a staircase or something. So something dead simple. And we'd have to figure out a way of powering it in a super secret hidden way, I guess. Maybe just like a stone button there. That'd be kind of funny if the most obvious entrance way is that. It's either that or... Now this is what I'm thinking, actually. Maybe we have like a full piston door that pulls back. Like the whole mountain opens. That would be cool, right? The whole mountain opens into like this big staircase that goes down, grand staircase. I've got gravel in it though, so I don't know how I would do that without getting rid of the gravel. But how cool would like the entire mountain like moving at the click of a button be? Maybe we could trigger it from like back here somewhere in the bee garden. We trigger it, the mountain opens and you walk down. And it's on like a really long delay and then you just walk down into the mountain. How cool would that be? Okay, that's what I want. That's what I want. Okay. That's a design I'm gonna have to really focus on to do that. So that will definitely be an off-stream thing. I'll probably have to Google some signal extenders and things like that. Maybe I don't know. I am out of time though. It was only going to be a short stream today. I've got a lot of work to do for tomorrow. I'm pretty pleased with what we did. I feel accomplished. We've designed a moss farm, a little bit of redstone. Didn't think I was going to be doing that today on stream. Took a lot longer than what it was supposed to. That should have only taken me like 5 minutes to figure that out, but hey. Now I know how to do it. I can create a more efficient version of that. Definitely. It'll probably change quite considerably. I don't know if that water source, what I might do with that water source, I might just have it hidden behind like trapdoors, for instance, and then we open the trapdoors and it just floods it kind of thing. So that might be what we do with that instead. Maybe. I don't know. I'm also wondering if pushing the stone from both directions would be a more efficient way of getting the stone to regenerate quicker. It's another idea. I don't know. I've got a few ideas now. But yeah, I'm going to head out. Have a good night, evening, noon. Hey, Discount, welcome in. Literally about to finish. Have a good night, evening, noon. Insert time zone here. And I'll see you guys on the flip side. Later, nuts! That is the wrong scene. I don't care. It's starting just now, but we're finishing. Haha!